大家好，歡迎嚟到新一集嘅相聚一刻。今日咧，我哋非常之榮幸邀請到瓊英卓瑪嚟我哋嘅訪問嘅。Welcome to Hong Kong, Annie.
Thank you.
我哋俾啲掌聲好唔好啊？大家。咁今日嘅節目咧，大家好彩啊，就係有 Selina 幫我哋做翻譯嘅。咁啊 Selina 咧係咧瓊英卓瑪咧嘅近身護衛。
都算係
protector 咁樣，
翻譯助理乜都係啦，
乜都係啦，一腳踢咁樣。咁所以今日咧，我哋咧係中英一齊廣播嘅。I'm so glad to have you here, Annie.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Esther.
咁今日咧我就好緊張啊，做咗200幾集都未緊張過。今日咧真係好緊張 ，because I thought you were serious and you're spiritual and religious and you're such a big person. And then I talked to 華山 yesterday, and then 華山 said, "Oh, she's so great. Don't worry." 咁又好緊張，我做咗200幾集都未試過緊張過。咁琴日同我華山傾，我話華山啊，瓊英卓瑪嚟我哋訪問啊，點算啊？我要講啲咩嘢？咁啊，瓊英華山就講咗好多嘢俾我聽。So I have tons of questions to ask you.
Pleasure, really.
我有好多問題想問啊。I know you have a not very nice childhood. Let me put it this way.
Yeah, unpleasant.
Unpleasant. And then a lot of people will play victim, may play victim for the rest of their lives. And I know plenty. So how come you're not? And then you're so successful and so relaxed and then so easy with everything. 我譯埋呢排咁咧就咧阿瓊英卓瑪女士咧就係、其實童年咧都好坎坷嘅，咁啊有個非常之暴力嘅爸爸啦咁樣，咁然後跟住咧其實大部分人咧如果童年係咁樣成日俾人即係唔係太開心啦嘅話咧，其實之後嘅人生可能都已經和晒㗎啦。咁但係咧我應該點樣稱呼佢最好咧 ？Ani 冇咯 ，Ani 係唔單止好成功啦，而且係對於佢嘅成就係非常之 relax 啊，又即係有好大嘅貢獻俾呢個世界啦。咁我想知咧，佢點樣可以嚟到今日呢一點
Okay, first of all, really nice to meet you. And don't worry, I'm not really serious at all. I disappoint many people.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I disappoint many people with that actually. They think I'm supposed to be very serious, but I cannot be serious because being serious is very boring. And yeah, you want to translate?
Yeah. 佢首先就話唔使咁緊張，因為佢其實唔係一個好嚴肅嘅人嚟嘅。其實好多人就會對佢失望啊，以為佢好嚴肅。調翻轉頭，其實唔係。
Why should I be so serious? I mean, of course, serious in the sense, of course, I'm so serious about certain things that I really want to do in my life. But generally, I don't want to be serious. I want to have fun. I want to be happy, exchange, interact. So, and I really am more happy.
I can relax now.
佢就解釋佢其實唔係一個嚴肅嘅人啦，但係佢當然會認真啦，因為佢對待某啲事情要工作嘅時候一定會好認真。但係作為一個普通人喺日常生活，其實佢都希望輕輕鬆鬆、開心心咁樣嘅一個普通人。
And regarding the victimized role that you mentioned about many people, yes, it is true because. Actually, maybe when you explain about yourself being victim, so you in a way that you want to be sympathized, you want to feel. I mean, like people will start to give you love. That inside expectation is somewhere something like that. I feel.
佢話其實關於一個受害者嘅角色呢個扮演啦，或者係即係成日都用呢一個形象出現。佢話其實當我哋用受害者呢個角色出現嘅時候，好可能其實係因為我哋希望被同情，我哋希望得到愛。
Because yeah, it is natural for everyone wanting to be loved and treated special.
其實每一個人即係明白嘅呢個道理，我哋知道，因為每個人都希望渴望得到愛啦，同埋希望得到一個特別嘅待遇啦。
In my case, I have been very, very lucky. I really was blessed with such a great teacher and very kind and caring and compassionate teacher who helped me actually to heal the wound. Once the wound is healed, then there's not many moments that you feel pain of that wound. The others keep on scratching on the wound, and then when the scratch, you keep on scratching on the wound, then wound never gets healed.
Ani 就講到佢好幸運啦，佢遇到佢嘅老師，咁佢嘅老師俾佢好多愛、好多關心、好多關注嘅時候，佢就療愈咗佢嘅傷口。可能有啲人調翻轉頭，佢傷口喺度嘅時候，佢反而揾隻手指成日撩佢，咁啊令到個傷口不停咁都仲係會存在啊。
On the contrary, instead of being healed, if you keep on scratching, it gets more infection, and then you get more angry, more pain, more anger. So you develop so much of bitterness in your heart.
就係如果你調翻轉頭，好似頭先咁講，你不停去撩你嘅傷口喺度拗佢嘅話，你嘅傷口唔會復原啦，而且仲反而會更加發炎啦，更加會差。即係話你嘅心入邊嘅憤怒啊、怨恨啊，會一路都會喺度，仲更加差咗添。
So in my case, I really met a really, I mean, like, I'm so fortunate that I met a really great teacher who really helped me and helping heal the wound, and not only helping heal the wound, but understanding the wound, how it came to be, and then actually to realize that the person who we think that has given me wound actually is someone also is suffering through certain pain and difficulties in their life due to their own past experiences.
所以我好幸運遇到一個老師，唔單止去療愈咗我嘅傷痛，仲喺療愈我傷痛嘅過程入邊，令我明白到呢個傷痛嘅來源，佢係點樣產生，同埋創造呢個傷痛俾我嘅人，其實佢自己有承擔住乜嘢嘅傷害同埋傷痛。
So once I experience the healing process in me, I can see myself becoming more and more happier person. So when I'm happier, I realize, it feels so good to have my wound be healed. I want to see if I can be also service to someone to heal their wound.
喺療愈嘅過程入邊，我就成為咗一個更加快樂嘅人。越嚟越快樂嘅過程入邊，我亦都睇到而家我知道我自己嘅傷口點樣可以療愈嘅時候，點樣可以縫合嘅時候，或者我會識得一個方法，我可以幫其他都有呢個傷口嘅人去療愈啦。
And that's how I try to really behave in such a way, and through my music, through my activities, and always trying my ways to see if I can heal someone with the wound.
所以我就開始咗我嘅工作，透過我嘅音樂或者透過我其他嘅工作呢，就去幫其他都係同樣生命入邊帶住一啲傷口嘅朋友去做一啲療愈。
So every time I find and I realize that I have been able to contribute into healing someone's wound, then that gives me so much joy and pleasure. So it's really helped me to gather more strength and more courage to heal more.
咁而喺我見到自己原來真係有咁嘅能力可以幫到好多人去平復療愈傷口嘅時候，亦都帶咗好多開心俾自己，帶咗好多愉悅嘅感覺俾自己，亦都俾我好多力量去更加去做多啲去幫助其他人。
And then today when I'm still in the process of being healed, but during the experience of being healed, I actually am looking back at the wound. I said, because of this wound, now I can understand others' pain.
咁其實我亦都係繼續喺一個被療愈嘅過程當中，咁就係因為我睇到自己嘅療愈同埋睇到自己嘅傷口，我亦都睇到其他人其實佢哋嘅傷口係點樣樣，佢哋嘅痛苦係點樣樣。
I think your luck, your being lucky is a lot more than that, because you met your teacher, and he healed you, and he started your life as a spiritual practitioner, and then he even found your talents in singing. So what happened? So did you one morning you just got up and then you started to sing, and then he said, you sing so well. Is it like that? What happened?
Okay,
我講 let me translate。咁咧就我想問話咧就係咧Ani 咧唔單止咧係好幸運遇到佢師傅，而且有一朝咧俾阿師傅發現咧原來佢好有呢個唱歌天分嘅喎。咁到底發生咩事咧？係咪有朝佢起起身突然間去唱歌咁樣，跟住師傅話：哇你唱得好好啊咁樣。
Well, I don't know how to put it, and maybe nothing really like that. But yes, of course. My teacher actually did not really heal like in a way that, he took the wound away, but he helped me to develop the common sense to understand the situation. what is it that has caused this pain? What is it that can be, that can help you to heal? And what is it that you can develop within you that has the ability to heal others? So simple common sense that I have been able to, be aware of within myself.
It sounds so simple. 你講先。
係咪誤會咗你問題啊？
你翻譯咗，係啊，唔緊要，你想講咩講。
OK。我已經唔記得咗
Because I think you misunderstood her question.
Doesn't matter.
But doesn't matter. And then I forgot what did you say.
We were so into what you're saying that even I cannot recall what you said.
OK，我講翻 OK，佢頭先講嘅就係佢個老師並唔係話佢個治療方式啦，咁並唔係話突然間就將個傷口又有突然間變走咗，唔係一個咁神奇嘅方法，而係佢個老師係慢慢逐漸地俾佢睇到你嘅傷口點樣形成，你應該點樣去療愈自己，跟住呢個傷口形成嗰個過程係點樣樣，慢慢咁去發生嘅呢個療愈過程。
So coming back to your point, actually, what I mean to say is that, yes, there are some people who really feel victim and always cry about being victim.
It can be for decades.
Yes, for lifelong.
可以幾廿年。
But here I'm a living example who has had this kind of a unpleasant experience in my past life. In the earlier life, but yet here I am today standing in front of you, someone very healed and happy and able to really develop the proper energy and then the strength to understand what is happening around you and happening oneself. And not only that, then what can I do to heal that pain in others, because we all have that potential.
我哋其實有好多人啦，都可能係扮演呢個受害者嘅角色係好長時間嘅，咁但係我其實曾經係一個咁嘅角色入邊，我走出嚟，我而家活緊嘅唔係一個咁嘅生命。咁亦都係因為我哋唔單止有咁嘅能力去自己醫治自己啦，其實我哋都可以有咁嘅能力去療愈其他人。咁點解有咁嘅能力療愈其他人呢？因為喺療愈自己嘅過程入邊，我哋就學識咗一個方法咯。
And regarding my singing, my teacher, of course, he's a very kind, compassionate person. Of course, I enjoyed singing since very young age, and then whatever he taught me to perform the prayers in a melodious way, I was always able to perform it very good, and then he was always happy with me. But of course, he never said, "Oh, you can become a singer."
咁我老師係一個好慈悲嘅老師啦。咁佢關於我嘅唱歌嗰部分咧，其實佢就話佢唔係突然間，完全 I totally forgot what you said. You're jumping.
Don't worry.
No, you said
It's
it.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Don't worry. Take it easy. Life is not that serious.
But it sounds so easy. 聽落就好容易。But you said he taught you how to heal yourself, and then he doesn't heal you, but he taught you to heal yourself. So how?
See.
And where do you find the compassion if I gone through what you've gone through? I think I will be very angry too, because my mom was a little bit physical abusive too.
It's natural.
And it took me like long time, like before I was, I think 30 or 40, I was still mad at her. Like, how could you do that? It took me a long time and spent a lot of money in personal growth, just to forgive her and then forgive myself. So you talk like it's so easy. I don't think it's so easy.
No. I don't mean to say it's very easy, but you're very clear in your life that you want to be happy. Right?
Yeah, I do.
This is very clear.
Yes,
if you're really sincere towards what you really want in your life, then you will look for a solution how I can be happy. And you will realize carrying that anger in you actually is you are doing more harm to yourself than anybody else. You're burning yourself. The person who you think that has given you that anger and the hatred actually maybe could have been a situation that she was ignorantly not able to not able to really show you the love in a proper way. Maybe she was also a victim of her own ignorant
Probably.
Understanding, isn't it? So once you realize that you are capable of understanding what you want and what is it that is causing your anger and your unhappiness, then you know what to do, and then you will pursue, you will try to apply that method to make yourself free from that anger. You are trying to help. You are the one who can help you. Somebody can help you to diagnose what is it that is causing your difficulties and your pain, but it's you who actually has to help.
好彩我唔係翻譯，
我翻譯唔到，其實 it's too long, way too
I'm
long.
sorry.
咁我就話咧，咁話就話好容易啦。咁阿 Ani 有個師傅可以 heal 佢，教佢點樣 heal 自己啦。咁但係現實生活對於我哋大部分人嚟講咧係好唔容易嘅。咁即係我細個成日俾阿媽打嘅，我都嬲咗佢好鬼耐嘅。然後咧就要上好多啲個人成長課程啊，使咗好多錢咧，跟住先去原諒佢啦，又原諒自己。做乜細個咁乞人憎，成日俾人打咧咁樣？咁然後跟住咧 Ani 就講其實呢個係即係咩同埋咩咁咧，大家就再翻聽就得㗎啦。唔係簡單地講
啦，
係啦，
簡單地講，佢就話其實喺個過程，即係如果你一路諗翻呢個人，其實佢點樣傷害你咧，其實係冇幫助嘅。其實你覺得佢傷害咗你，你重複又去再思考佢點樣傷害你，其實調翻轉頭你係自己傷害緊自己啦，係冇幫助嘅。
我哋夾下口供。咁同埋我諗下先，同埋係咧嗰個咧傷害你嘅人咧，可能其實佢都好慘嘅。咁同埋咧，佢可能佢自己都好 victim，佢自己細個都好苦，所以佢係重複緊一啲嘢嘅啫。所以你嬲佢都冇乜謂嘅。
冇乜幫助嘅。
係啦，咁樣。仲有冇時間？有3分鐘。So how about the singing part? So it's also a kind of healing to you, right?
Oh yes, definitely.
So it's actually two things in one thing, like two in one thing. And you sing to express yourself, and then you worship.
No, actually, the singing that I learned in the monastery is never about singing to perform, to entertain.
So what is the purpose?
It was meditation purpose.
Oh.
It was actually the songs are prayers, and it is more for, for yourself to be in a meditative state of mind.
咁所以佢頭先講就係、其實唱歌從來都唔係佢要被訓練出嚟咁樣唱歌，因為喺寺廟入邊嘅歌唱啦、唱歌其實係一個靜心嘅過程嚟嘅，佢哋係要平復自己嘅內心，所以係要唱頌係一個儀式嚟嘅。
Yeah, and then of course later part I started singing some modern spiritual songs as well, because that was actually dedicated to the young people in my society to understand the essence of what Buddha has taught.
咁喺之後佢唱咗一啲現代嘅旋律嘅歌曲啦，其實係針對佢個國家尼泊爾嘅年青人而唱嘅，因為佢希望透過現代嘅旋律將佛陀嘅教法啦傳播俾佢哋。
Okay, we gotta take a break now for 20 minutes. It's just gone like this. 好啦，我哋要休息陣間啦，20分鐘一陣間就過咗啊咁樣。咁休息陣間翻嚟咧，再同 Ani 傾偈，陣見。Okay, we start again, part 2.
Yes, we change the style. 我哋換形式。
我哋換形式㗎啦。
換形式。
因為翻譯咧太辛苦啦咁樣，我哋想聽下 Ani 講嘢。We want to listen to you, so we can skip the translation word.
Okay.
I will jump in.
Yes, why not? So, you've been singing for 20 years.
Yes, almost.
So, and you've been traveling for like in 20 more countries.
Oh, more than that.
More than that, yeah. And then you have produced over 10 albums.
Yes.
And then your book about yourself has been published more than 10 languages.
15, I
15. My information is quite old.
think. I'm sorry.
More than 10, the information should say more than 10.
Yes.
Oh.
And then in YouTube you got like thousands, millions and millions of views. So you're so successful in the material world and as well as in the spiritual world. So how do you keep yourself so calm and playful and spiritual and contributive, everything at the same time? If I were you, I would be very arrogant. Like, you want me to sign?
See, the first thing is I also think about it sometimes. but I never really sang to become a popular and successful singer, really. I sang just because somebody asked me to sing what I normally sing in the monastery. And I never really carried a motivation or attitude towards it in a way that, oh, I'm becoming a celebrity. It was never the purpose. But along the way, when the success came, I rejoice about the fact that, oh, people enjoy my singing. Oh, I'm able to at least make some people happy.
I do. I listen to that.
Thank you. And then my main purpose, actually, the real main purpose to really continuously singing is to raise the fund so that I can fulfill actually my real ambition, which was to really provide free education to girls in Nepal. And in that terms, I'm still in the process of working on it. And I never really put myself in a certain stage of saying that, oh, if I reach this goal, I will be successful. No. Millions of views, I really don't know, because I never put any of video myself on the YouTube. And
they make a lot of money out of you.
I'm happy.
Yes, true.
I rejoice, actually, really. I rejoice on that. But at the same time, I'm also not like I lose anything.
Yes.
Really, there's nothing I lose. Actually, in fact, I gain more. I'm happy about it.
They make you famous more.
Yes, let's put it that way. So thank you for promoting me.
But I will start to get the royalty back.
But here is someone now I have in my life.
Talk to me.
So who's actually trying to control and do whatever needed to be done. So I leave that heavy job on her. I just enjoy.
Another day, I have another guest to come to the interview, and I said, I'm so excited. I'm going to interview Ani Choying. She said, who she is. I said, she's so famous. You don't know who she is? And then, have you ever listened to her songs in YouTube? He said, I don't know. And then I play your song.
Uh-huh.
And then he said, that's the one? He said, I play it every morning in the YouTube.
Uh-huh.
So Annie said, 你哋嗰啲咧用佢啲歌嚟喺 YouTube 度賺錢嗰啲咧，Annie 話多謝你，祝福你咁樣，佢係 OK 嘅，冇損失嘅咁樣。
但係我會慢慢收翻㗎。重點
有版權㗎嚇，人哋有好多慈善事業要做㗎嘛，大家要貢獻下。So how do you but I still can't understand how do you keep yourself so low profile, so down to earth, and then
I should thank my teacher for that, really. You see, my teacher is someone who is very highly, realized, I would say. I mean, I don't know, normally when we think of Buddha, we think of a picture of an image that we say, oh, this is Buddha, and or statue. But how do we really imagine a Buddha? In my life, my Buddha was my teacher, who was talking to me, who was moving, who was in body, who blessed me with so much love and so much. He is someone who is a teacher, who is teacher for many other great teachers. And yet he is always so humble. Someone like him never seemed to find a good reason to be arrogant. How on earth someone like me should be able to find a good reason to be arrogant? That thought always keeps me grounded because of my teacher. But on the other hand, it's a common sense. As being a Buddhist, what we really learn is impermanence. And understanding impermanence is like, okay, I'm famous today, maybe tomorrow I'm not famous. How can I rely my arrogance on my identity on such a base which is not reliable? Why should I be arrogant just simply because you think that so-called success is there in my life because a lot of people views my YouTube videos? No, today it's there, tomorrow maybe it's not there. So I'm trying to follow the path of Buddha in a sincere way. So I keep those things in my mind, and I really am great. Instead of being arrogant, I try to really be in the practice of being grateful, really. whatever I'm enjoying today, in terms of being able to share my music, or being able to care for some kids, or being able to offer some service to people in need in terms of medical, or people who are feeling lonely, maybe my music is able to give them sense of tranquility. I'm so grateful for that. So it brings me more joy than anything else could give me, really. And I don't know if I would be a happier person if I really am being able to carry some arrogance, sincerely.
我補充少少咁Ani 有提到佢嘅上司㗎嘛，咁佢上司係 Tuku Ujung Rinpoche 祖古烏金仁波切，其實係真係喺當代咯，我哋講一個好偉大嘅成就者嚟嘅，係大圓滿嘅成就者。咁我哋叫佢做眾師之師。你而家知道可能聽過好多一啲藏傳佛教嘅一啲大師傅，其實佢哋可能細嘅嗰陣時都有跟隨過佢啊，都有喺佢嗰度求法啊。咁所以其實係一個好受尊重嘅一個上司。所以當Ani話，即係連我上司咁樣嘅身份地位咁受尊重，佢都去咁謙卑嘅時候，我憑住乜嘢去驕傲咧？咁所以呢個就係個背景咯。
Oh, there's something I have to ask Selina. So, I read I have some information that Ani's teacher is called 大圓滿，係一個好出名嘅一個係大圓滿嘅成就者。咁樣咩叫大圓滿嘅成就者咧
？What is Dzogchen practice? Because Tuku Ujung Rinpoche has been claimed as one of the really great
Dzogchen master.
Dzogchen master, yeah. 因為Tuku Ujung Rinpoche 係一個大圓滿嘅好大嘅師傅嚟嘅，大成就者。
叫祖古烏金仁波切。係啊。
Well, I don't know if it is appropriate to talk about Dzogchen here today.
Yeah, why not?
No, I think it's more profoundly deep thing than just a conversation. And of course, and those who understands, getting to know that Tuku Ujung Rinpoche was the great teacher who really had carried the great lineage of Dzogchen practice, they would understand that. And I don't think that I'm capable of really giving a proper and a simple way of explanation regarding this subject, because I'm still a student and I'm not authorized, or I'm not allowed. I'm not in that position to be able to explain, to be honest, really. So yes, Tuku Ujung Rinpoche is one of the great lineage holder of Dzogchen practice, in terms of especially in the treasure lineage of Chokju Lingpa.
秋吉靈巴啦，秋吉靈巴又係其實如果你即係而家可能講一啲字眼或者人物嘅名，大家冇聽過啦。如果可能上 Google 去揾下，秋吉靈巴係如果喺藏傳佛教嘅承傳入邊，其實係其中一個非常之重要嘅一個成就者嚟嘅。佢而家有好多伏藏就係嗰啲我哋叫係一啲好寶藏嚟嘅，喺修法上面一啲寶藏，佢用唔同嘅方法揾翻啲伏藏出嚟。佢係一個好出名嘅伏藏發掘伏藏嘅成就者咯。
Okay, got it. Can you talk about your projects and your girls and your school you're doing right now?
Oh, sure.
Because you guys keep talking about the girls. And then Raymond 同 Lisa 喺度影緊相啊，佢哋又話影相俾啲女仔睇。So who are the girls who benefits from your work?
Yeah, they are my angels in life. They really are the one that gives me the force and the
How many are they?
In total, almost 300 kids that I'm able to care for.
Wow.
But especially the first school is only dedicated for girls. You know, girls in terms of girls, also little nuns. And the reason why I wanted them to be a nun in that age is because it is the formative age. You know, it's the process of shaping them up, psychologically, physically, you know, in every aspect, verbally. If they are on they are on probation nun's vow. So when they are behaving as a nun, then every morning they wake up, the first thing they need to learn to do is to pray, you know, to thank. And during the daytime, in everything they do, they must be reminded that, oh, I'm a nun, I should not cause any harm to anybody. I must help. I must not lie. I must be kind. You know, that kind of a constant reminding is there because of being a nun. So that become a habit in their life. In later part of their life, however way they want to live their life, it's their choice. But the habitual pattern that is developed during the time when they are growing up, during the time when we raise them with the academic education and the spiritual education, it will really help them in the long run. So this is a special school called Aryatara School, where Raymond Aryatara. So where Raymond and Lisa comes and trains them to, teach them with the quantum touch healing, and the perfect people to be really trained with such a skill.
咁我要講咧，佢哋學咗 quantum touch，因為小朋友心好純正啊，佢哋好見效。咁我其實都話晒都學咗先嘅，但係其實我都成日都要求我哋啲小朋友幫我做 healing 嘅。
Why do they need that?
Why do they need quantum touch?
They don't have TV, they don't have much pollution, they don't have much trouble. I thought people like this should be so happy living out there without we living in the material world, we have so much trouble, we gotta make more money, we gotta find a man, we gotta, do a good job, we gotta pay the rent.
Okay. You see, problem, suffering in different world is in a different manner. Your kind of suffering is more of a psychological, emotional,
yes.
Right? Our kind of suffering is more lack of basic facilities. Basic facilities. When somebody is sick physically,
there's no doctor.
No proper medical facilities that is available. If there is it is available, it is expensive. So due to lack of resources, they suffer the pain.
Oh.
And so different kind of suffering is there.
Oh, so that's why they need that to heal themselves.
So when there is somebody sick, somebody has pain, it is natural. When you are suddenly you didn't drink enough water today, you might have a headache. And somebody can immediately come and heal you instead of giving you a pill. Nowadays it's so easy to take a pill, but now I believe that these Western allopathic medicine pills are so damaging to our body.
Oh yes.
In the long run. So healing is something that it's very Buddhist. According to my understanding, as I said earlier also, every individual has the self-healing mechanism. But due to certain, lack of movement or lack of proper nutrition or lack of certain nutrition in life, maybe their self-healing mechanism slows down or gets blocked or, needs a little bit of servicing. So learning how to do quantum touch is all about, I have the ability to reactivate your self-healing mechanism. That's how I can do. They are teaching how to do that technically, But the main source of developing that ability is compassion. Without that, no matter how good technically you can be into giving quantum touch healing, without compassion and kindness, it is not possible. So my kids have been trained with developing the right compassion and right attitude, but the best complementary is when Lisa and Raymond comes and teach them the technique of how to apply, how to contribute that compassion and kindness in a more effective and technical way.
I think you can share some of our kids are so happy and they retain confidence, after they practice this on patients and
absolutely. They feel like, oh, I'm useful. Oh, I can do something. Normally what is the attitude in such a country where we live is like, oh, we are financially very poor. There's nothing much we can do for anybody. We need help. That attitude is so sick. And I'm so unhappy about that attitude. But when these kids could learn the technique of quantum touch, and they were able to remove or reduce somebody's pain, and when they saw the joy and the comfort, the convenience of enjoying without pain in somebody else, gave them such excitement, feeling like, oh my God, it's almost like I can create magic.
Yeah.
I can create magic without medicine. Normally when somebody has a headache, you would think immediately giving a painkiller. A painkiller. But here somebody is able to just do with few minutes of touch, and the focus with their technique of quantum touch, pain is gone. And this person who was suffering a little bit a few minutes earlier with pain, and suddenly he's free and light and without the pain, is like something, it's been, like a dark curtain has been raised.
Oh, wow.
So the kids are able to see that. And that is something really, really special experience in their life.
Yeah.
It's something like they can give so much. And when somebody realizes that I have so much to give, they feel strong and powerful and rich. So this is how my kids are experiencing, really, with the learning of quantum touch.
我哋未講完我哋啲 project 啊嘛。You want to talk about the projects?
So one of the project is this educating girls. The other project is really providing some service to people who are in need of medical help, especially those people who are suffering with kidney failure.
Oh.
And that is one of the field that I'm trying to really serve. Because I lost my mom with this disease, and I understand how painful it is.
How old were you?
My mom, now like 11, 12 years ago that I lost my mom. And during the process of taking care of her, I realized this is kind of a disease that really makes many people suffer. So, and due to lack of resources, really people suffer. And I promised my mom that I would do something about it. And today I'm able to serve many of the people who are suffering with this disease. And by offering free dialysis service, as well as we are trying to help the government to improve their law and towards helping these people, and mainly to prevent, into prevention. Awareness about how to prevent oneself from suffering with this disease.
會有補充啊你？
其實而家有一個醫院啦，有一個腎病醫院，其實另外就有3個診所已經開咗嘅，所以其實每一日大概我哋提供緊俾超過100個病人免費或者非常之低成本嘅洗腎服務咯。
要洗腎好貴㗎嘛。
Yeah, it's very expensive to do dialysis in Nepal.
It used to be very expensive. I mean, it is still expensive for private people who goes to private hospital. But we are able to offer it for free because our government also has now come up. We've been able to. I mean, like let's say we really were able to convince the government to understand how painful and difficult it is for those people who are very poor. So they give subsidy. So we provide that service for free.
Wow. You did a lot of work. I did some research.
跟住佢之前做咗一個 interesting 嘅 I'm going to tell them share about the lobbying on the organ donation to the relatives. 其實尼泊爾嘅法例咧，之前係唔可以即係就算你器官捐贈啦，你只可以係捐贈俾你嘅直系親屬嘅。咁但係佢哋發現咗咧，其實有90%嘅腎病患者得到嘅器官捐贈，其實都係由女方捐贈俾男方。
點解嘅？
尼泊爾嘅個性別唔平等咯，個男女唔平等咯，即係男人覺得可能女人嘅命係冇咁緊要嘅，咁但係男性嘅命就緊要啲，所以佢哋譬如甚至遇過啲例子咧，佢分享過俾我聽，就係醫生同個先生講話，佢唔得㗎啦，佢咁樣，不如你睇下你個腎可唔可以捐俾佢啦，咁跟住佢就話其實醫生啊，如果我咁樣做咧，我係唯一家庭嘅生活支柱嚟。如果咁樣做，可能我會身體會好差，我冇辦法再去賺錢。可能佢死咗，我娶個老婆咧，我個代價仲輕啲添。咁所以後尾做咗人講㗎呢啲嘢。咁但係個社會環境啊嘛，個社會環境造成。咁所以 Ani 佢哋就做咗好多 lobbying 啦，就令到政府成功推行咗一個法例，就允許第三方嘅器官捐贈。而且佢哋都做咗啲獎勵計劃，如果係 先生譬如肯捐贈器官俾太太，或者係佢哋嘅女性嘅家屬嘅話咧，係會得到一筆獎金嘅去支付。I'm talking about the award, like you try to.
One of the really big problems we have in our society is the gender discrimination.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
It's very sad, but it's true.
I think that happens to China and to most Asian countries too.
True,
that
very
women are taught to be less than men.
That's very true, and that's one of the real main field that I really am trying to work on. And only way to do it by best is educating them.
Yes, education.
And educating them, empowering them, So.
Okay, part 2 is also gone. Another 20 minutes gone.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to take a break and then we'll come back. 好啦，20分鐘又過啦，咁我哋陣間咧再繼續翻嚟傾偈。拜拜。好啦，嚟到最後一 part 啦 ，we have come to our part 3, so we can talk about anything from your English. How come your English is so good? Is it because you travel a lot? 嗰啲英文好到不得了啊！
但佢只係讀到5年班咋。
大學5年班啊？
小學。講真㗎，小學5年班。
I would say my English is not as good as it sounds.
It is.
It may sound good, but I might have lack of vocabularies or but okay, I'm fine actually. I can say this is mainly like self-taught or through movies actually, really.
You do watch movies?
Oh, I love movies. I used to love movies. Nowadays, I'm a little bit more boring.
I'm getting older.
I'm getting older. Let's say I'm growing wiser, so not trying to waste so much time on movies. Other than that, yeah, I'm sure there must have been something about my past life that I really
Yes.
I'm good at language. I feel like I'm able to connect. I have this desire to connect to people. If I'm sitting with you and somebody's speaking certain different language, I want to find a way, one word or one sentence that I can connect to you in a certain way.
That's why you can fool me when you speak in Mandarin this morning, and then you speak one sentence of Cantonese. You can really fool me.
我要講個例子俾大家聽。有一次去國內上海嘅時候，咁我出咗關先啦，即係過咗個海關，跟住隔咗陣佢打電話俾我，你快啲翻嚟啊！佢哋唔信我係呢個身份，我話嚇咩事啊？翻去啦。咁因為咧佢就喺過關嘅時候就同人講你好，早上好。咁咧人哋問佢嘢咧，佢又是的，不是。咁咧好 fluent 喎，即係好流利喎國語。咁明，但係佢寫住係尼泊爾人噶嘛。佢問佢你係咪識講中文㗎？我不懂，聽不懂。佢係英喎，咁所以咧對方就以為佢係假冒認一個身份入嚟。咁咧就我要去同佢解釋，唔係啊，佢真係唔識啊，但係佢好聰明啊咁啊。
Okay, can you talk about more of your projects? Or have you finished last time?
Projects. We haven't talked about the Star of Hope.
Yes, Star of Hope, and then the preschool.
Yeah, preschool.
Maybe I would like you to talk about it so that we don't waste time.
因為咧Ani 有好多慈善嘅 project 都係好有意義，同埋係好多去做得，又有賑災啦，有地震啦，有仲有係支持嗰啲單親媽媽嘅日間托兒啦咁樣。不如你講多啲。
我講多少少。咁其實因為 Ani 嘅工作主要其實一路佢嘅聚焦放喺兩方面嘅，最重要嘅就係兒童嘅教育啦。咁頭先講咗有學校，咁其實我哋仲有幼稚園。幼稚園嘅成立主要係因為尼泊爾嘅環境，頭先講過環境因素就係男女唔平等啦。咁得到嚟嘅結果就係女性冇乜受過教育啦。女性通常嘅主要角色都喺屋企負責煮飯湊仔。咁所以如果遇到家庭暴力啊，或者遇到老公同第二個女人走咗，咁佢哋自己照顧個細路仔咧，其實根本係生存唔到啊，唔係生活唔到，係生存唔到。咁所以有好多咁嘅情況出現之後，Ani 就決定去做一個幼稚園。咁個幼稚園就好針對一啲單親媽媽，幫佢哋照顧小朋友，就令到佢哋有時間去可以出去揾工做，可以好有尊嚴咁去生活咯。咁同一時間我哋俾小朋友教育啦，我哋收個好少嘅費用。 咁啊，媽媽就放工就湊翻個小朋友翻屋企。咁同一時間，我哋唔單止係教育緊個小朋友，亦都係教育緊媽媽點樣去好好地去照顧呢個小朋友，點樣俾營養佢啊？點樣帶大個小朋友係令佢係一個健康嘅小朋友咁。咁呢個係其中一個 project 啦。咁另外一個就係 Star of Hope， 我哋叫希望之星。希望之星嘅計劃其實係喺尼泊爾2015年地震之後出嚟嘅一個計劃嚟嘅。因為有好多小朋友當時我哋發現係流離失所啦，因為父母都冇咗啦嘛，咁亦都有啲係因為可能爸爸唔喺度或者媽媽唔喺度之後，其實屋企都冇人照顧。咁我哋就發現有一啲小朋友，你話佢係孤兒咩？佢唔係孤兒，但係就算即使佢係有屋企人，但係等於冇人照顧，其實都係好似孤兒嘅狀況。所以我哋而家係照顧咗125個小朋友，除咗頭先話學校。因為我哋就冇擺一個，我哋唔係起一間學校出嚟就全部接晒佢哋過嚟，我哋係選擇咗喺尼泊爾嘅唔同嘅地方，因為尼泊爾好多山區啊。係。咁我哋就喺佢哋嘅地方，佢哋本身熟悉嘅環境嘅地方，就揾咗一間好好嘅寄宿學校，就將呢啲小朋友擺喺嗰間寄宿學校，佢哋嘅食有人照顧，佢哋嘅讀書學業有人照顧，咁亦都平時其實佢有病啊病痛都有人照顧咁樣咯。咁呢個就係另外一個頭先講嘅照顧咗125個小朋友嘅希望之星計劃。我哋其實希望嚟緊係會照顧更加多嘅小朋友。咁除此以外，譬如之前我哋有做過嘅就係俾一啲婦女去創業嘅基金咯，一啲微貸款咯，甚至我哋有將一啲婦女聚集埋一齊，譬如佢哋做有機生產嘅，咁又貸款俾佢哋，或者係支持佢哋創業咯。所以我哋亦都不停咁去支持一啲婦女即係個別嘅婦女嘅創業，我哋都有做。
哇，好偉大啊！
其實仲有好多㗎，譬如起學校啦，重建學校啦，咁其實因為仲有佢最近有尼泊爾人即係好津津樂道嘅一件事，就係佢捐咗一筆都唔細嘅錢俾政府，就同政府一齊咧去起鐵橋。咁點解咧？因為尼泊爾係山區地方嚟嘅，入邊好多河流，好多小朋友咧，以前咧佢哋如果要返學咧，你有冇見過兩個山中間有條鐵鏈咁樣？跟住你要掹住嗰個鈎咧，咁樣咁一邊上到落另外一邊啊！咁小朋友着晒校服，孭住個書包咁樣咧，就咁樣掹住條線咁樣一係咧就書本跌晒落去，有啲好不幸嘅咧就小朋友都跌埋落去。咁其實成日都會因為咁而小朋友係遭遇到不幸嘅。咁所以咧起鐵橋，即係喺兩座山通過嗰個橫跨嗰個河流起一條鐵橋係好重要。咁尼泊爾政府終於咧就決定要起一啲鐵橋啦。咁所以 Ani 亦都捐咗一筆唔細嘅錢去幫助尼泊爾政府去同佢哋一齊去起鐵橋啦。咁所以呢件事就尼泊爾人就都好尊重，因為呢件事亦都更加即係尊重 Ani 咁咯。
So that's why you said earlier you could choose to be a victim because of the not so unpleasant childhood, but you can also choose to be someone who enjoy life, who contribute a lot, raise a lot of money, do things that you really love, and being funny and playful, and do a lot of contribution to the world.
And we are all capable of, not only me, we are all, really, I believe that. We are all capable of doing.
And then you're so happy.
Yes,
You look so peaceful and happy. Because some people can be so exhausted and burnt out, and then feeling overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed all the time.
Actually, if I get to do what I want to do, why should I be worn out? I should be more happy and excited.
I should learn from you. Yeah, I always feel like overwhelmed. Like, there's so much to do. What can I do? There's so much. Actually, so little. Anyway, so when you talk about compassion earlier, can you talk more about that? I was in Vipassana for meditating for 10 days.
Yeah,
12 hours a week, and then till the 10th day, is that the most important lesson is coming out. That is compassion and self-compassion. So what is compassion?
Okay. Generally, people seem to have an idea of compassion means feel sorry for others.
And then give money or
feel
help.
pity on. No, that is a little
Empathy.
bit very, very, very small quality of compassion, I would say. Compassion, according to my understanding, is something that you understand the truth and reality of what we all share as a common desire is to be happy. All sentient beings. no one single being who is there who wishes to suffer. Understanding that fact, simple fact, and developing respect towards that, and feel determined that whatever I can do within my capacity, not only to liberate myself from suffering, I will do whatever I can do to liberate others from the suffering, and behaving accordingly, not just simply talking about it or feeling about it, is real compassion, I would say. And having said that, is not necessary to take pressure. It should be a desire and an aspiration that should take place within your heart and in your inner core of your heart. That desire to be fulfilled in every way you can behave, emotionally, the way you behave, verbally, the way you behave, physically, the way you behave, however way possible, just simply with a small, simple smile on your face. If you can, offer it to someone, that is compassion. But that smile should come with respect, understanding yourself, that is, I am too, including everybody else. Me too is someone who wishes to be happy in life. And for that, the only way to provide or offer that, happiness to others as well as myself is by generating a lot of respect and joyful way of behaving emotionally, verbally, and physically, however way possible. But if you have 100 Hong Kong dollar, just happily, share that. And it doesn't mean that you should exclude yourself. You should be included in it. When you have 100 Hong Kong dollar, don't take pressure of $1,000. Just do as you can. And then slowly, the ability to extend that size of your compassion can be enhanced automatically. Because you will start to enjoy. When you start to enjoy, you want to do a little more. And there will be a time when you don't really have to think about it, think about being compassionate. You are naturally compassionate. You're naturally behaving in such a way. It's like how to learn, at the beginning you learn how to drive, right? You have to think about it, everything. And it makes you nervous. And sometimes it makes you like, is it really as easy as we think it is? Or what if this happens? Or somebody hits me? Or I hit somebody? So you're a lot of nervousness there. But as you practice slowly you can even sing and dance while you drive.
Dance!
A young man can look at young woman, and a young woman can look at young man, and somebody can eat and drive together. So
and talk in the phone.
Oh, that is not healthy. I wouldn't say that is not healthy. But it's similar something like it's about you can practice. You can habitualize. You can build up that habit of being kind. You are already kind being, actually, to be honest. You are naturally kind. But enhancing the potential of your kindness to reach out to more people is always very possible. Sky is the limit, as it says. So this is how I'm practicing. I'm not saying something that I have learned on scriptures or read the books, or I'm not academic, I'm not intellectual person. But as a normal human being, using my simple common sense, I realize and I really am experiencing the benefit of being able to be kind. And my teacher says the most easy way, simple mantra is to use your simple kindness in everything that you do. Simple kindness.
I like the idea, simple kindness.
Yes. Simple kindness
Not
is...
serious kindness.
No. Don't be so serious. Be simple. Just practice simple kindness. This is your simple kindness to me by, giving me such a beautiful and tasty fruit. Wanting to treat me special. Maybe this can be extended to more, So maybe...
I gave them some already this morning. I'm very kind to them.
I want to share one experience that I saw from you.
Oh, okay.
In Cantonese.
Okay.
我舉一個例子，佢係好講得出做得到嘅人嚟嘅。咁佢咧每一次去完一間小嘅寺廟咧，咁側邊係我哋叫護法廟啦，咁側邊係好多乞衣嘅，係聯群結隊好多好多。咁每一次咧，佢都會逐個咁派錢嘅。咁咧有一次佢離開咗之後咧，佢突然間諗起有一個小朋友佢冇俾到佢，跟住佢揸車all the way翻去俾個小朋友。咁咧個小朋友當時咧原來真係因為冇收到呢個錢，因為大家都認得佢每一次嚟完之後都會逐個派咁。個小朋友正在唔開心緊，跟住佢仲要去氹嗰個小朋友，哎呀唔好意思，頭先唔記得咗你。咁我當然聽完呢件事，我覺得好好笑，佢又覺得好好笑。但係其實我個心即係我自己再反思，其實佢當時。佢揸翻車翻去，佢就係唔想呢個小朋友因為自己覺得被遺忘咗，雖然佢只係一個乞兒，但係唔想佢覺得自己因為被遺忘而唔開心咯。其實呢個就係佢講嗰個 simple kindness 好簡單嘅慈悲，即係好少嘅細節位，其實佢都喺度做緊出嚟，唔係淨係把口講。咁呢個係我自己見證嘅嘢咯。
This is very rare. You're touched by your own story. She's touched.
Your story.
This is a really good story.
This is my little buddy.
Anyway, I lost myself. The story is so beautiful. So, how do you look at yourself? I mean, you travel a lot. You're a traveler, so you see a lot of people in the world. I mean, American, Chinese, or British, or whatever. And then, how do you look at people? How do you look at us? Are people all the same? I mean, Hong Kong seems to be very rich, seems to be very doing well, not as well as like a few decades ago, but I think every country of people, they have their own problems, challenge. In your country, it could be like basic needs, like medical, food, clean water.
Yeah.
In our city, it's a lot of like emotional stuff, and then stress, loneliness,
fear. I will put it this way.
A lot of people don't have a companion, family relationships are bad. So how do you look at us people?
Well, first of all, when I meet another human being, I really don't calculate too much about the other person at all. I mean, I meet Lisa, she comes to me with a hug and a big smile and with a big heart. I really feel so blessed that I receive such love. And I look at my little buddy here, you know, she's sleeping so late in the night, you know, trying to manage my social media or the, communication and so on, which I don't seem to care, but she cares so much. And this is such a blessing that I have in my life. And someone like you, I've never met you before, but yet you, as you explained, really, you know, you want to treat me something special. This is so beautiful. This is the best blessing that you can really imagine in life. You should, I mean, I usually tell people, like, please don't wait for a blessing, something called beyond your imagination or out of the world or a big bang or, you know, something like that. Blessing comes in your life in very small and beautiful way, and try to see it and take it to your heart and enjoy, really. And it really, I'm so grateful to you today. You know, this, when I realize this is a special treat to me, I am so blessed. I feel so special, yet I'm so humbled. You know, oh, what did I do to deserve such love? I must do better. There's more responsibility. I wish I can return this love to you back. This is my thought. You know, this is, I'm not able to think too much and calculate too much in my life. I just do it. I'm not good at many other things, but I want to try to at least be better in some way, especially in terms of connecting to another human being. You know, I want to be happy. I wish I can make someone happy. That's my way, my effort.
Look at you! You make everyone cry. Selina's crying. Everybody's crying. I'm crying too.
If you cry, then I cry too.
I don't know. I don't even know which part of your saying makes me cry. Just I'm so touched. I think I should complain less and do more. Oh, okay. Okay.
成日咧佢都會講嘅話what do I deserve? What did I do to deserve this? 即係我做咗啲咩，所以我而家先有呢啲，即係得到呢啲咁好嘅待遇咧。即係佢成日都會問呢個問題嘅，即係佢唔會覺得呢啲係一個理所當然嘅事咯。
Okay. So you have a lot of people come to you, like little girls and then a little, can I say beggar?
Don't say beggar.
How do you describe that?
I mean, people in need.
Yeah, those people in need. And then a lot of people with not very fortunate lives. And then, do they come to you in a victim manner, or they dare not?
You see, actually, I have a different way of looking at it. You know, even though it sounds very ugly, but I always tell people, somebody's misery or somebody's difficulty actually is an opportunity for someone else to do something good in life. Really. Because there are people who are in need of help. Oh, I received the opportunity to do something good in my life. They're giving me the opportunity. Instead of me thinking that I'm doing something for them, the right attitude is like, oh, I'm so blessed that I'm able to see the opportunity and to really take the opportunity to do something in my life for them. And that gives meaning to my life, meaning to my existence. I have my hands, my feet, my head, my organs, my everything is well. And I have the potential to do something, not only to take care of myself, but I have the potential, extra potential to take care of somebody else too. And to realize that is something really, really feeling so empowering. You know, I have something what they don't have, and I'm so blessed. And let me share. I must share. And imagine, in our society, if you smile alone or laugh alone, people will think you're crazy.
They think I'm crazy already.
But if you make someone else smile and make someone laugh, people will celebrate you. And this is a simple technique, simple mantra.
Yes.
You know, when you eat alone, it's something normal. Nobody will be impressed. But when you feed somebody else, people will all look and say, "Oh, how nice! This is the real thing." And it doesn't require you to be highly educated, or you don't need to take an extra crash course to understand this. It's a simple understanding of human behavior, and human desire is to be loved. When you really feed somebody, you know, few mouths you feed, everybody will really rejoice. And that's what I'm enjoying, really.
I want to ask another question, but you already answered.
Oh.
Okay, I think it's time for you to sing.
Sure. Ready? Namo Ratnandaya Namo Aryanjana Sagaram Berocha Myuhai Rajaya Tathangataya Arahate Samyek Sambuddha Namo Sarvada Thangate Arahate Samyek Sambuddhembhyo Namo Arya Avalokende Shvaraya Bodhisatoya Mahasatoya Mahakarunика Taidyan Tham Daradar Dhiren Dhiren Duran Itte Onde Tsade Tsahane
Thank you so much. Okay. Do you still want to sing?
Okay, I can
Just
try.
a few lines.
Yeah, if it doesn't do well, then you don't have
Lots
to
of people
Okay.
impressed.
Okay. I will try. Con si Choi菩薩，行深般若波羅蜜多時，照見雲皆空，度一切苦厄。舍利子，色不異空，空不異色，色出自空，空出自色，受想行識，亦復如是。
Oh, I'm very glad, very happy,
I'm very touched.
very touched. And I don't want to end this. I want to talk forever, but we have to stop. Okay, we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much.
And if you come here again, I'll be sure you have fruits again.
Okay, I'll come back for this. Especially
Thank
the
you
first
so
time I
much.
experienced
Yes. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you so
多謝
very
晒
much. 多謝晒。
多謝多謝。
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. And hey, Chinese New Year is coming.
Yes.
I want to wish everyone a very happy Chinese New Year.
恭喜發財！
恭喜發財！And then
咩年啊？哦，豬年快
Year of Pig.
豬年
豬年快樂
another one I know. Anyway, just 恭喜發財！
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 That's Cantonese.
Okay.
恭喜發財，拜拜。
恭喜發財！